Hello, everyone. Welcome back to When the Night Comes. Okay, I have no idea what's going on still, just to be clear. Story rehash. There's some moitas. We're here to solve the case. That's all I know. We haven't looked at a single crime scene or a body. We have a apparent lead. Some girl named Aya is somewhere, like a dungeon or something. That's all I know, though. So, we just finished talking to, what's your name?
Will you go?
Omen.
I think it's for the best.
And we're about to talk to
I think it's for the best.
Omen's
Will you go and say
sister. Okay, this is her sister. Woohoo! We're also, I think we're here to talk to, Erza, but I can't remember why. Let me pull up my glasses. I was just playing Mafia, so now I can't fucking say anything. Hello? Where are my glasses at? Oh my god. Guys, watch out. I'm disorganized. But, hi! My cat's on the floor, being cutie pie. Hold on. Okay, after vigorous searching, I found my glasses. My glasses and my blanket. So, double win. Let's go. Okay. The second I lay my eyes on her, it's more than a little obvious that she's truly related to Omen. Maybe even his twin, unless the glamour is simply fooling me. I mean, her outfit is slay. Love her outfit. Ezra has a poultice? A what? What is that? Carefully pressed into her dainty hand. A pile of gauze covered in a thick black ichor, discarded upon the counter by his side. Yeah, what is that? Poultice. Poultice. Spelled it wrong again. Definition. A soft, moist mass of bread, meal, clay, or other adhesive substance. Heated on cloth and applied to an inflamed part of the body. So she hurt her hand? How we say that?
Poultice.
Poultice. Got him. She blinks at me once, twice. Her eyes are so big and brown, and every bit as earnest as Omen's. Hello. Her voice is disarmingly sweet, almost musical even. I smile at her politely, looking to Ezra for a little guidance. Elaine, this is Sky. Kay, this is Elaine, Omen's twin sister. Ah, twins. Ah, yes. I assume Ezra was just as unaware of her existence as I am, but he's polite enough to stay calm and focused. As friendly and hospitable as ever. It's nice to meet you, Elaine. Oh, you too. Elaine narrows her eyes at me for a brief moment, shaking her head. She almost looks terrified. She addresses Ezra, but she certainly keeps her eyes on me, on my weapon. Where's Amaros? I look at Ezra, my confusion quite evident. Amaros? Ah, yes, that. Her face lights up when I say his name, but I gather she doesn't fully understand my trepidation. Ezra turns to address the demon, patting her hand gently. He's just outside, and you're all healed up, but I do think you should go to see your brother now. Okay, yes, I should. Ezra releases her, throwing me a sorry look over his shoulder as he turns quickly to dispose of the mess of medical supplies. It was lovely to meet you, Kay. You too, girl. You too, girl. Period. Her demeanor is delightful, and I'm still slowly processing exactly what her brother just told me. Yeah, you too. She glances at me briefly before shyly averting her gaze, turning to meekly part the curtains and lead into the shop. Ah! A demon! The second she's gone, a tall, pale figure bursts through the back door. He looks shocked to see me, but quickly recovers. Is she healed? She is fine, and she's with her brother. I suggest you give him some space for the time being. Ezra's words are final with, I read that really wrong, and somewhat stern, and Amaros quickly wilts under his vibrant green gaze. His eyes are lightly glowing from whatever magic he just performed. I don't really know how to unpack all of this. What happened to her, and why are you so desperate to be by her side? He stares longingly at the curtain, Elaine's voice quiet on the other side. Then I remember the note on the stoop. of the Ibex, the little heart. Zezhewa. Ah, well, I'm courting her, you see. We're together. She was attacked last night by it. The one that's been getting your kind, I think. What are you doing here? Hi. Everyone welcome Bean. She's returned. Ezra and I share a look, doing little to hide our shock. It? As in the creature? Amros closes his eyes, sighing heavily. Then he nods. Yes.
If you need to tell us something, we can help. Elaine didn't need to get hurt, so if you know where this thing is...
He looks at me, then back to Ezra, his throat bobbing as he swallows thickly. Bruh. He's quite clearly battling with the idea of divulging any more information. Encourage him. Amros, it's okay, you can trust us. We just want to help.
They're right. No one will know what you tell us. We just want people to be safe.
He sighs again, his shoulders sinking in defeat. I just want her to be safe. We can see you care for her a great deal, and we want that too. His ice blue eyes quickly flicker between each of us. It's the most animated I've seen him. Why are you being so nice to me? My sister and I... He trails off, almost looking right through me. If you have information about the creature, we need to know. People are dying, so I find it hard to hold your beliefs against you if you can offer assistance. Very well. Aurora has been sneaking out at night as of late. That's not exactly uncommon for her, but I believe she's doing something more than satisfying her baser urges. Ezra looks away, covering a quiet cough with his hand. Suspicious. I know your boyfriend's a vampire or whatever. I don't think that's what they're talking about. We don't have time to unpack all of that, but I'll store it away for later. What do you suspect? I suspect nothing. I know that she's feeding it, or something at least. Feeding it? Mm-hmm. He seems unfazed, startlingly so. She may seem cruel and cold, but Aurora has a good heart. She cares for the creatures and makes sure that they're safe. Can I see Elaine now? Can you elaborate a little bit more on that first? He shrugs, sighing again. It is what it is. I don't dictate her, and what she can and cannot do. I find myself losing interest in our preachings. I just want to keep Elaine safe now. Ideally, we'll leave this wretched place for good, but her and Omen have only just reunited. Would she be so quick to leave him? Maybe not. I think it's best for both of you to stay here and lay low. I'm not sure why the creature attacked her, and hasn't attacked anything in humans so far. He looks at me, fixes my gaze with a perfect confidence. How do you know? A chill rolls along my spine, but I shake it off. You're right, I don't. I'd really like to leave now. You can leave, but I need you to promise me something. He narrows his gaze. Go on. Watch Aurora, and the second you see her do anything out of the ordinary, you find me. I will ensure Elaine is safe, I swear to you, but your cooperation is essential. I see Ezra shifting nervously out of the corner of my eye, but I stand my ground. Amros continues to assess me. Fine. I will seek you out, and I will watch my sister. Farewell, Hunter. Witch. Damn.
Well, that was interesting.
For sure. I anticipate some commotion from behind the curtains, but I hear nothing but silence. Interesting is putting it lightly. How are you anyway? I have a quick laugh because that question feels far too casual for the amount of information I have to digest in the last forever. Tired, confused, the usual. I suppose I haven't done much to help with that, have I?
I wanted to apologize for not being totally honest with you and for making your life a little harder than necessary. You already have so much on your plate.
Thanks. He seems genuine, and aside from his odd behavior yesterday, I have no reason to not trust Ezra. I spoke to August last night, and Piper this morning. They know about the sash. Fear flashes across his features, but I quickly reassure him. It's fine, Ezra. They're on our side. They want to help. Even Gus? Yes, even August. Are you sure you're not magic? Because that seems like an impossible task. I shake my head profusely. No magic here. His smile grows and he seems to relax exponentially. It's nice to see. Then let's talk. He takes a deep breath.
The reason I was so hesitant to discuss Aya, or the Enforcers for that matter, is because I used to work for them.
Really? You were an enforcer?
Hell no. I went in and I assisted in the infirmary or morgue whenever they needed an extra pair of hands. Healers, good healers, are few and far between around here.
Oh, why'd you quit?
It's what I always wanted to do, to apply my skills where most needed. Helping those who dedicate their lives to ensuring our safety was an honor. The murders began and I examined the first body. You can even call it that in the state that it was in.
So you quit while you were here on the murder? So you're like freshly out of the job. I listened intently, taking all of this in, a little perplexed, a little caught off guard.
Something shifted within the headquarters after that. They started treating me differently, called me in less. And then, when I was there, they kept me clear of any hunters. It became quite clear they didn't want me there any longer.
But for what reason is the question. You must stem from that. Treating me differently, called me in less. When I was there, they kept me away from the hunters. Well, something's going on. I hate to say I don't think it's August. Not because I don't trust. Not because just because I could be wrong. But like, August seems really frustrated that they have no idea what's going on. So I don't think it's August. But it's definitely giving like something corrupt is happening, possibly, and I just don't know what it is yet.
Information was being kept from me, important notes about the victims I was supposed to be examining. The Aya incident happened, then another dead hunter turned up, and they revoked my access.
Oh, you didn't even choose to quit. Crazy. They took away all my notes. Notes? He nods, glancing over at the kitchen counter. I may have had Piper retrieve them for me. If you'd like, I can take if you'd like to take them, there's not much, but you're welcome to them. Yeah, take the notes. Yeah, I'll take them. He opens one of the kitchen drawers, pulling out a pile of parchment. Then he discards what looks like a fake wooden bottom. The notebook is nestled safely beneath it. Here. I tuck it away inside my jacket for later. Can I look at it? 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 No, no, no! Get out of my skin! Oh, wait. Nope. Okay, great. Never mind. Never mind. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Wait! Oh my god, I want this so bad. They're totally dating. You can't tell me otherwise. What's the other one? This one? They're dating too? That's kind of cutie pie. Boyfriends. Boyfriends. Pumpkin. Sorry. It comes out sometimes. Can't help it. Took Ezra's notes. Oh, damn. I wanted to see if I could figure out... It gave me an achievement for that, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. What does that mean? What does that mean? Let me not look at the achievements. I started looking at them and it was probably spoilers. Anyways. So why were you afraid to tell me this? You didn't do anything wrong. You were helping people. He offers me a sorry gaze, his brow furrowed, fingers curled into fists at his side.
They don't like people talking about it, about the deaths. Many of us have our suspicions now, and they know. I think they'd do anything to keep what's happening quiet.
Oh yeah, this is totally some enforcer shit. Like, not telling me who the latest victim is? Exactly. Then, okay, not to be a hater. Why the fuck are you bringing me in here then? What is the point? From what I'm understanding, this is an enforcer slash just whatever like that group is called. It's a them issue. They don't want people figuring out what's happening here. Why the fuck are you bringing me in then? Because I'm pretty sure someone here asked for me. Maybe I got suggested, but like, where's that letter? Where's that fucking letter? Where's the letter? Where is it? But I'm like pretty sure. Harold Addington. Isn't that him? He asked for us. We got asked for. So if we're trying to cover it up, why ask for someone else to come in and get more people involved in something you don't want to get bigger? You know what I mean? Unless this is like they're tearing at each other from the inside kind of vibe. I wasn't even sure if I could trust Gus, but I wanted to so badly that I pushed my apprehension aside. You were right to trust them. They're on our side. They're scared too. Oh, Gus. I just want this to all be over. What are we gonna do? I smile and Ezra's expression lightens up. You have a plan. I have a plan. I need your help. I'm gonna need your help along with a few of the others. Anything you need, I'm your guy. Well, magic-wise anyway. We share a laugh and Ezra seems more relaxed now. Like a weight has been lifted off of his shoulders. Piper and I are gonna go into the dungeons and see if we can locate Aya. If we can talk to her, I think we might have a start. Everything leads back to when she was arrested, as far as I can tell. How on earth are you going to get down there without being caught? That's where you come in. It may involve you and August working together. Does Gus know about this little plan of yours? I grimace, waving a so-so gesture. Partially?
You're lucky I trust you. And I'm here for you. Just tell me when and where.
It's like my gay bestie right now. Thank you, Ezra. Now, how can I find Finn? Why, a secret passageway, of course. You're in the right place. He bends down, kicking aside a colorful rug to reveal a hidden hatch. It creaks loudly when he opens it, a gust of cold, stale wind rising from its depths.
Walk for about 10 minutes, and then when you see candlelight, it's the third door on the left. Don't be alarmed by any vampires you stumble across. They're all friendly.
Cool. I nod, taking a deep breath. I lower myself into the hatch, gazing up at him with a smile. See you around. The incessant drip, drip, drip of water guides me forward through the darkness. The stench of damp and decay fills my nostrils as I sink deeper into the corridors of the catacombs. The pitch black path is long and winding, and the only sound I can hear is the tap of my boots on the wet stone. Eventually, I see the candlelight flickering ahead, and it would appear as if I finally found life. Well, kind of. I remember to look for the third door on the left, just as Ezra had instructed, but I approach it and find it wide open. Weird. Hey, Imagine this was a picture of Ezra. Boyfriends! Sorry. I peek inside, and the stark contrast between the literal tomb outside and what I find in is most definitely Finn's quarters. Definitely Finn's quarters is astounding. Yeah, it looks nice. It's got a fire. Before I get the chance to take in the view, a cool breeze brushes past me, ruffling my hair and sending goose flesh prickling across my skin. Hi! I like your fit. You look cool. A small, darkly clad girl appears before me in a flash, her eyes the brightest crimson as they bore into me. She stands with her head tilted and a toothy grin crossing her dark lips. Are you lost, human? She stares me down, wide eyes and quite clearly trying to intimidate me, but she seems playful? I'm here to see Finn. She relaxes at the sound of his name, and her striking gaze sweeps over me like a caress. She shrugs, pursing her lips. So you're the one who won't shut up about, huh? Well, you do smell good, I guess. Smell good? Is Finn here? She licks a fang, and I notice how similar some of her more human quirks are to his. She's far less poised than him, but I feel like that might be on purpose. I'm in Finn's territory, neutral territory, so I quell the desire to be defensive, even though her eyes are the color of a creature who drinks human blood. You chill. You're being vampirist or whatever. He's somewhere. Here. Around. Doing stuff. Helpful. Her smile widens and she turns to poke at a crystal decanter of whiskey that sits nestled in the corner of one of his many bookcases. Are you part of the clan? A quick nod, almost too quick to catch. I am. She pours the rich amber liquid into a glass, swirls it, sniffs it with a dramatic grimace, and sets it aside, untouched. Her nose is still crinkled in a barely disguised disgust when she looks at me again. I wish that thing you were looking for would stop killing hunters, you know, because that means that more of your type will come. Then more enforcers, which is the last thing we need in this shitty town. Wait, what did you say? Oh, yeah, I get it. I hear footsteps, loud ones that echo off the stonework in the hallway. Hey. Whoa, go crazy. You know who would like that shirt? Ezra. What? Sorry. Okay. I suspect he knew I was here, but his shock is charming nonetheless. He looks at the girl who throws him a decidedly wicked, wolfish grin. The picture of innocence.
Raven, are you being nice?
She's not. The girl Raven shrugs, sidling up to him and resting her head on his shoulder. She rolls her eyes hard enough that I'm surprised they don't fall back into her skull. Yes, Dad. Finn's face drops, his eyes narrowed. I get the impression that if he could blush, his cheeks would be the prettiest shade of pink. I stifle a laugh with obvious delight. Raven notices. Raven. She laughs, the sound loud and obnoxious, but somehow still charming. She shoves him playfully, but Finn remains stern. Are you going to introduce me to your friend? The suggestive waggle of her eyebrows doesn't go unnoticed, and Finn sighs heavily, offering me an apologetic smile. Okay, this is Raven. I'm his kid. There's a low, exasperated rumble of warning from Finn's throat, and I find myself enjoying the way he bristles in her presence. Finn throws her a death glare, and she proceeds to look guilty, but just a little. He raises a single dark brow at her, and after a quiet scoff, she enthusiastically steps forward and offers me her hand. It's really nice to meet you, Kay. You being in town has given Grumpy Pants here something to do other than mope, at least.
I do not mope.
Raven rolls her eyes, and I finally take her hand. Her grip is firm, and I wonder if she might be trying to unnerve me when her startling eyes widen exponentially. Hurt him, and I'll eat you. Got it? Girl, chill, I'm not coming for your dad, okay? He's got a man, and it's not me. Trust, I've spotted that already. I fucking peeped it. Don't worry about that. I open my mouth to respond, but before I get the chance, she's laughing again. Finn looks mortified, and he carefully pries her hand from mine and ushers her towards the door. It's time for you to go, I think. Raven pouts, raising both of her hands in defense. I was joking, obviously. I like them already. She offers me a little wave and rises onto her tiptoes to press a kiss to Finn's cheek. He looks at her with unabashed fondness, a small smile creeping onto his lips. Go, say hello to Lux for me, and be good. Good. He runs his hand over the shorn scalp, her shorn scalp, and she swats at him playfully, scoffing much like a teenager would at an embarrassing parent. I'll do more than say hello. Bye, Kay. Bye. Oh, we met Raven. Oh, we're sorry. That's what the achievement says. Met Raven. We're sorry. He gives another disapproving rumble, and Finn almost looks like he wants to chase her and to administer another pep talk, but he stops himself. And with that, she's gone, the door slamming loudly and shaking in its frame. Finn groans, running an iron hand over his face as he walks to grab the whiskey Raven had poured for him. She's interesting. She's your... He sips his drink.
She's a pain in the ass is what she is. But I suppose she's my pain in the ass. I sired her, so she's my responsibility. She jokes about me being her father, but I suppose I am, in a way.
Yeah. He takes a small sip of whiskey, savoring the taste for a moment before he speaks. Though I prefer brother. Father makes me sound so... old? His laugh is charming. Yes, old. She tends to look after me much more than I look after her. She's a good kid. I'd be lost without her. I nod, observing him quietly as he sets down his glass. Sire bonds are powerful, and it's interesting to observe such a casual, healthy dynamic. Did you choose to turn her? He frowned, shaking his head. Well, no, not exactly.
It's complicated. but I made a choice that I'll have to live with forever. Literally. I'd seen too many die at the hand of my sire, and something about her struck me. He planned to leave her for dead, but I couldn't let that happen.
He smiles, and it's painfully earnest.
We're kindred spirits, I guess. As much as I have regret for cursing her with immortality, she's the closest thing I have to a family.
I think I've checked this before. No, I wanted to go up more. Turn the music down a little bit then. He leans back against his desk. I need your help. I have a plan, and I think I might need your help to execute it. He tilts his head, curiosity obviously piqued. A plan, I do love those. Tell me, what can I do? Don't you want to know the finer details first? He shrugs, running his tongue over his bottom lip. Makes no difference to me. I trust you implicitly. If it means that I can help you in any way, I'm all ears. Just tell me where you need me. Piper and I are going to attempt to break into the dungeons beneath HQ. His pointy ears flicker, almost flattening against his head before they put themselves to rights. He can't seem to mask his surprise, nor his apparent interest. I lied. I like the audio a little louder. We're just gonna have to cry, boys. We're just gonna have to cry. Okay. The dungeons. He whistles, scuffling his boots against the stone. I can help you, but I may have a favor of my own to ask if you're bold enough to venture down there. I narrow my eyes at him, contemplating if I want to tangle myself into yet another web. What is it? He pushes away from the desk, standing tall.
An important member of my clan has gone missing, and I'm positive that they have him. As I'm sure you know, any trust for the Enforcers is wavering. I want my friend back. He's done nothing to warrant being thrown in a dungeon.
Okay, I'll do it. If I believe anything, I believe that the Enforcers in some capacity are corrupt as fuck. His hands bolt into fists at his side, his prosthetic flaring brightly before it fades into its usual dormant, dull glow. How do you know that they have him? I don't. They have an excellent defense system that prevents any of us from detecting him, no matter how close we've managed to get. He would not just abandon us. He's either detained or dead, if it's the latter. I just want to know. You're sure he wouldn't just leave? Your clan isn't like others. Maybe he wanted to change? He looks frustrated. He runs his fingers through his hair, leaving it messy.
Fierro wouldn't just leave. I know he wouldn't. I trust him more than anyone else in my clan, even Raven. We both suffered at the hands of Levi for centuries. We were healing from that together.
Fierro, huh? Sorry, thinking about Wicked. That man's hot. What? Anyways.
He was the only friend I had when I was with Levi. And he saved me more than once.
King.
I owe him this. If he's ash and bone in a forest somewhere, then so be it. But if he's okay, then I must save him. The only family creatures like me have are the ones that you find, so I intend to keep them safe as long as I can.
King. Ask about Fierro. Why do you think that they would take Fierro specifically, if you're so sure he's innocent? He shrugs, clearly quite confident in his theory. Because he's valuable. He's an empath, a powerful one. If he saw something he wasn't supposed to, or even if they managed to overpower him and get him alone. I rarely let my clan's members patrol by themselves, regardless of our supposedly stable relationship with the forces in this town. But I was stupid, and Fierro is a good sweet talker. He sent someone in distress in the woods, so I allowed it. Therefore, if anything happened to him, it's my fault. Finn prides himself on being the opposite of his sire, and I can see that this is eating away at him. You can't blame yourself. You didn't know. Plus, if he's as valuable as he said he is. His eyes light up when they meet mine, his fingers twitching upon the surface of the desk. Then they could be using him, so he's still alive. I smile in turn, tilting my head this way and that. Well, ish. He laughs, and I can't help but join him. So you'll check for me? I nod. I will. Ask about Levi. The information on Finn's sire is sparse outside of the fact that he was notorious and cruel, and I wonder how such a seemingly kind man could have followed him for that long. Call it morbid curiosity. Do you mind talking about him? About Levi? Finn grimaces, folding his arms across his broad chest. His posture loses its usual confidence. I suppose. I take a seat upon his bed, and he pulls out his desk chair. The first thing I can think to ask him is loaded, but I need to understand. Why did you stay with him for so long? He looks at me wide-eyed for a beat, before he manages to formulate a response.
I don't know if I can answer that. I still truly do not know. He was good at making sure you had nothing left to go home to. So he was all that I had. I'm not the kind of man who does well with loneliness.
As most of them don't. As most people don't. A wry smile crosses his lips, but Finn looks impossibly sad. What did he take from you? He swallows thickly, casting a gaze to his side.
Everything. He took my fiancé.
Finance.
Killed him right in front of me.
Him?
Before he took my own life. I was an orphan, and I didn't exactly have many friends. Gabriel was truly all I had. He destroyed our home, all of our memories, even took my name from me. He took it all, and he did everything to make sure that I needed him. I followed him like a lost puppy for centuries.
Did you ever try to escape when you found the others? He nods.
Many times. I had a few periods of freedom, but he always found me. He tended to collect vampires with abilities like Fiyero and myself. Maybe to make up for the fact that, aside from his advanced age, he was truly unremarkable.
Got he. Also, I want to look at the codex. We've read a few of them, right? We've read this one. I think we've read down to... We've read like 4 or 5 of them. I'll need to go back and check. Is it this one? I think this was the last one we read. So we still need to read on demons, chimeras, whatever this is, and a few of these. Yeah. I might even just like have a part at the end where I read all the lore for fun. So that way if you don't care about the lore, you can just not watch it. And now, he's dead, and you're free. You seem to be managing well for someone who endured all of that. He sighs, rubbing the back of his neck with an iron hand.
I'm trying to shape myself into the man I always wanted to be. Before the whole being undead thing.
T.
I try not to dwell on things that happened to me. I was bitter for long enough, but I cannot change any of it. All I can do is be the opposite of what he wanted me to be.
True. I smile as I observe him. I register how comfortable I feel in his home. The thought of stepping into the den of a clan before all of this would have set me on edge, but now? You're doing a great job, Finn. His mouth curls into an earnest grin. Thank you, Kay. I give you permission to kick my ass if I ever dare to step out of line again. Duly noted. So, what is it you'd like me to do exactly? Well, no one knows this town quite as well as you do. I'm hoping you have some secret little passageway tucked away for me to use. There are wards and other little nasty tricks in this place to stop people like you, like us, getting in. I'll worry about that. Now, about that passageway. His grin is wicked, and I think I have my answer. I'm your guy. Just say when, and I'll be there. If you need anything else, just come running. Cool. I bid Finn farewell, and now I only need to find one more friend. I saved the most stubborn till last. Alcar is waiting for me when I return to the Wolf. It doesn't surprise me anymore when I catch his eye from across the tavern, where he's been nursing a mug of ale, clearly pouting. That pout disappears when he sees me. Surely counts for something. Though the way his lips thin instantly makes me think perhaps not. He gets up, movement slow and deliberate, and I remain by the door for a moment, wondering if, hilariously, he's somehow trying not to scare me.
Took you long enough. Was wondering if the bad shit got to you.
Do you need something? Yes, actually. Alcar rubs the back of his neck and gives me a critical once-over, frowning deeply. Then he glances behind his shoulder at the sparsely populated tavern. 3 or 4 people lounging about seem deeply engaged in their own conversation, but I nod in understanding. My room? Don't get it twisted. I know you're gay too. You have your boyfriend, apparently. Alcar barks a short, scornful laugh.
So your superior can come knocking on the door and catch us? Not a chance.
Oh, well, he's not gonna. Who are you talking about right now? I haven't seen Harry in a long fucking time, okay? Since he told me about his husband. Or whatever. Oh, wait. Dude, sorry. I forgot about that August is our spirit. They're not gonna do anything either. In fact, the only reason they'd be showing up to my room is to kiss. Me forgetting that August is technically above me. My bad. Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen Harry in a long time. Are you saying that I'm trying to ambush you? He frowns at me, his tail flicking and then going still. His voice is low and steady when he answers. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm not keen on taking chances right now. Tell me you agree. As much as I loathe to abandon the promise of a horizontal, not a knee-bare rock surface to lie down on, close my eyes and try to process the day, he's right. And if Alcar is any more information, any more at all, I want to hear it. I need to hear it. All right then, where? The woods. The deep, dark woods where I stumbled across a nasty youngling no more than a day ago? Alcar rolls his eyes. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. Sorry, I was like looking at the achievements again because I was like, what? Alcar rolls his eyes.
Would you prefer the graveyard where those damn Woodridge twins can probably hear every word we say? Not all of the woods are dangerous. I would know. I live there. Now, I ask that you trust me.
Okay. Sure. I incline my head in understanding and step aside, inviting him to take his leave through the door first. Alcar doesn't move immediately. He stays where he is, arms crossed. And he regards me with a strange expression. It's not unreadable, but it's almost as though he doesn't quite know what expression he should be making. Is something the matter? You're one trusting motherfucker, aren't you? You don't have to say it like that. Damn. Yes, I know. It leads me astray a lot. But my option is get you to help me by trusting you, or not that. So, guess we're gonna trust you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I scowl at him. You and your friends in this lovely little town are giving me a lot of choices. I expect another eye roll, a scoff, a dismissive wave. Instead, Alcar inclines his head, and there's something almost like a guilt in his grimace. Let's go. Away we go! Whee! Linares is a cold and lonely shell of its daylight form tonight, and I have to almost run to keep up with how quickly and though sure-footedly Alcar moves through the back alley. The chill sinks into my bones, and unbidden. I wish I wasn't here. I wish I wasn't following a half-werewolf into the dark unknown towards more mystery. Omen's confession is still ringing in my ears, as do so many other things. Did you know that Omen is... Alcar shakes his head, the wolf flattening his ears. Not here. Another turn, and we've stepped beyond the town's boundary. Trees loom above us, moonlight flooding through the bare branches to afford us some light. Alcar leads me a little further away until the roofs of houses are barely visible, then turns to me.
A little while ago, I got into a fight with one of your hunters.
A physical fight or like a verbal fight? He jerks his chin towards the town.
Well, not one of yours exactly, I suppose. Since you just got here and all.
Yeah.
But one of theirs. Some bloke. Don't even remember his face all that well.
Bloke on a very not British accent's crazy. Alcar pauses for a moment, rubbing his chin almost nervously. His eyes narrowed. But then he shakes himself of it and continues.
It was during a full moon. I had an argument with my sister.
Uh-huh.
Didn't go well.
Okay, I don't know what that means. He grimaces at the memory.
And when I transform, especially if I'm upset, my control isn't as good as it could be. But I know I didn't kill him.
Cool.
Would have damn well remembered that. If you ripped a man apart with your own claws and teeth...
Hey, I never said you killed that guy. Apparently, it's just some fucking human or some shit.
But when I came to, he knocked me out, I guess. You hunters and your annoying little gadgets. Your enforcer friends were already swarming over us like hornets. But there was no blood. Not mine, not his.
How is the story relevant? That doesn't mean you didn't hurt him. But it doesn't mean he did either, you know? Alcar gives me a look.
Okay, smartass.
Huh.
The point is that he vanished. Poof. The enforcers, dragged me off to their fun little dungeon and kept me there for fuck knows how long. A week, I think. Maybe more.
So you hurt someone and got put in jail. Yeah, makes sense.
And then they just poked and prodded me a bit.
Ugh.
Then they let me go. Felt like they wanted to do more. Like they had plans for me. But
This is all like love you, Pookie. This is all like, this is like when you go to court and you say, Your Honor, based on the vibes, like it's speculation, it's hearsay. Like, for all I know, it's not true. I mean, it could be, but it doesn't mean, like, it's like it's an opinion based off of no factual evidence other than vibes.
maybe it was too dangerous to just snuff me, I guess. I know too many people. Ezra, Finn.
That's two people.
But here's a question for you. What do you do when a creature hurts a hunter so bad he apparently isn't walking around anymore?
Well, here's my thing. If my bitch ass is in the forest and I see a werewolf wolfed out on a full wolf day and someone gets hurt, that's your fucking fault, dude. What do you expect the werewolf to do on a damn... It's the full moon, the werewolf's werewolfing, and you walked right into his house. You expect me to feel bad for you? That's embarrassing. I'm not blaming the werewolf for shit. Especially since he apparently, it's like blacking out, you know? I'm not gonna blame you for that. I pressed my lips together. Nothing pleasant, I know that much. Assuming the creature in question was allowed to escape with their life at all. But sometimes they are let go. Marks that are too delicately tied to the order of things to be freely snuffed. What does that mean? As Alcar had so elegantly put it. But surely if he had wounded the hunter so terribly, he still would have been put in the dungeons. Well, he was. Perhaps Finn or Ezra parlayed for your release. Alcar is shaking his head.
They didn't. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you hunters don't get retirement leave till you can't walk on two legs anymore. And even then...
Well, there are always prosthetics. Alcar barks a sharp, bitter laugh as he shakes his head. But neither he nor I find humor in it. I know. He's quiet for a moment, running his hand through his hair, messing with his clothes, fidgeting, nervous. I step back and pace to let him collect himself. No use in pushing him for anything now. Not when he's already so open and willing to tell me everything he knows. But he doesn't really know anything. He knows that he went wolf mode. He may or may not have hurt someone. When he came to, they were both fine, and they weren't bleeding, but he might have had like some bumps and bruises or a broken arm at most. Like if a wolf is going wolf mode, he probably would have been physically hurt, like bleeding, probably. Maybe he threw him at something and broke some bones or some ribs and shit, but that's as much as you know. And then they threw you in the dungeon. He doesn't really know anything. Like, to be a dick, he doesn't really know anything. I didn't kill that hunter. I didn't. I wouldn't forget something like that, and enough to do it by accident, never. Alkar's frown is deep, but his words are as quietly fierce as they are pleading. Then what happened? Then what happened to that hunter? Do you not know who he is at all? Alkar scowls at me, though his tail swishes back and forth in jargon.
There's enough of you lot running around this place, and I don't keep an eye on everybody, okay? Especially not that one, I guess. Since I don't even remember his scent that well. Must have been forgettable.
Damn, get fucked. A small shiver goes down my spine. A hunter who isn't well remembered or well known vanishing so thoroughly. It wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last. My rank weighs like a burden on my soul. Hunters wield power, after all, and with power comes politics. You make it far by being good at what you do, and by keeping your head down to one degree or another. Or you find a clandestine way to make your queries. Or you fuck up and disappear. Oh, this is not a fun job. But what politics would this forgettable man have served? Lunaris doesn't suffer from intricate power imbalances. The Lieutenant General reigns supreme, and that's it. Does Lieutenant General Addington know of this? Yeah, I think it was the one campaigning for my release, so I owe him one, I guess. Of course, Addington most of all wouldn't have wanted to destroy the peace of the local creatures. Until he has a surefire way of removing them with impunity, anyhow, I suppose. I have another question. Were you aware that Omen comes from hell? Alkar frowns at me, then squints and snorts. Of course. Where else would he have been coming from? The general store? Yeah, that's kind of a dumb fucking question. Where do you think demons come from? Dum-dum. I hope he doesn't hear the sound of my teeth gnashing as loud as I hear it. But the way his ears suddenly stand up and cackle, I know he's seen something. I meant, did you know that he's the son of the literal devil? You mean the one... You were the one who didn't ask. You weren't giving me a chance to, as I recall.
And why exactly should I have told you? Oh, by the way, we've got a demon prince in town. He's easily spooked, but don't you worry about that because he's harmless. Like that would fly.
He pauses for a moment to consider his own words, then shrugs. That was his secret to tell, and he didn't even have anything to do with the mess that he's been cropping up around here, including that fact. Besides, Ezra was the one who chose to offer him a place to stay, same as he offered to help me, help Finn, help anyone who so much as looked like they needed it. Omen came to his door asking for aid. Why would he be different from any of us? Than you, who he took in that night too? I can think of a few ways a hunter might be different from all those things, but I understand the spirit of it. Omen has good, loyal friends in this town. I understand. Alkar inclines his head in acknowledgement, his eyes sharp. It's more force than I've ever seen from him. Good. Okay. This is a whole lot of... What the fuck are we doing here? Don't get me wrong, I kind of like Alkar, but also I want to kill Alkar. Because, like, what? Not literally, but, like, why are we here? You've given me nothing. You've given me absolutely no information whatsoever. That's literally useful. I go, who was that guy? You go, I don't know. Where is he? I don't know. What happened? I don't know. They threw me in the dungeon for a week and then I got out. So what the fuck are we doing here right now? Why are you talking to me? What was the point of this? You were waiting up for me all day to tell me nothing? That's incredible. That's absolutely insane. Then he chuckles and leans away, signifying that our conversation isn't... Lipstick in my white Valentino bag? You didn't say anything! See you tomorrow? Where are you going off to so soon?
Back into my hovel before the big, handsome vampire comes to scold me about staying out in the cold. What else?
And excuse my nosiness, but you look like you've seen some hell yourself. Not just the Prince of Hell. I frown. Am I that obviously rattled? Yeah, always, like I think in this world we are a little, creatureist. Like we're not really into creatures that aren't humans. It's giving that vibe like we discriminate against them. Can my character lock the fuck in though? She's like, they're like, did you know that the omen is the Prince of Hell? And I'm like, yeah. I'm pretty sure most other people do that. It's not like it's rocket science. He said that and I was like, oh, cool. And then I moved on. It slipped my mind afterwards. I said, anyways, pish posh. But now that it's been said, I do feel the building headache behind my eyes. Not from the ghost of James alone, but from, well, everything. Alcar is staring at me again, tilting his head this way and that, making a show out of squinting at me. Yeah, definitely look floored. Fit for bed. Well, don't stray too far. I might need you tomorrow. I have a plan.
A plan, Well, don't worry too much. I'll be a stone's throw away.
Like we didn't
whether
even...
you like it or not.
We didn't even tell him about the plan. When you need me, you need me. Until then, later. Okay, bye. Who cares what the plan is? He'll just show up by the power of brain knowledge, and it's a werewolf thing. They can just smell when you need them or some shit. What's happening right now? He disappears into the tree line, as sure-footed as ever, and once again I'm left alone in this damn forest. I begin to make my way back to the wolf, my mind reeling again, as it always seems to be these days. Though I feel hopeful, my plan seems plausible. The little team of misfit helpers I've managed to assemble, more than capable of carrying it out alongside me. Hell yeah, I think. I smile to myself, feeling a little lighter. Then, a rustle, something moving in the tree line, a little too close to the edge of town for my liking. Wait. I stand my ground, quiet as I try to get a feel for what might be approaching. I can't get a read on its aura, but I know it's certainly not human. Then, it lumbers into my view. It's hunched over and misshapen, with long, gangly limbs that look out of place on its relatively normal-sized body. A single twisted horn grows out of its head, and I spot 3 eyes. The third seems new and underdeveloped, and it melds cruelly above the existing left socket. It's covered in patches of scraggly fur and scales, and in some places, its skin is entirely burned off. An amalgamation of mismatched parts and pieces that look like they don't belong. That cloudy gaze meets mine, and merely looking at it gives me a headache. There's this weak, demonic aura that makes my body beg to look away. Then something hits me, something that makes me hesitate to draw my weapon. I cannot place this feeling of complacency, of ease, nor can I fight it. This is how my comrades were killed so easily? Does it have some kind of power over us that makes us freeze and become immobile? Or, is this it? Is it the dull headache of familiarity that settles my gut and makes me pause? The feeling that I shouldn't harm it, that it deserves empathy, mercy. It opens its crooked jaw, melded sinew and mottled skin stretching and splitting to reveal a set of violent, jagged teeth. My body screams at me to fight, but my feet are firmly planted and stuck to the forest floor. My fingers don't move. My weapon is still frustratingly safe in its holster. It takes a purposeful step forward. With a low, rattling groan, its teeth bared. My heart races as I stare into its unfocused eyes, all 3 of them blinking out of sequence. Goofy. There's a loud ringing in my ears, and I've never felt anything like this before. My instincts are screaming, pulsing, dying for me to do something. Anything. Yet, all I can apparently do is stare down my bitter end. Then, something washes over me, and in a split second, I gain perfect, blinding clarity. Run. James. The creature takes another step and howls, a broken, blood-curdling screech. Run. I listen. Where are we going? Pick your route. Oh, pick my route. No romance. Bitch, please. August! Hey! Romance August. Yes, the Enforcer. That's the achievement. As though my body already knows where I need to go, where I want to go. My feet carry me towards the headquarters. I don't look back, but I do hear the rustle of trees and the creature's maddening aura fading. It's heading back into the woods. The town is safe. For now. I was right to assume August would still be in their office, a dull but inviting blue glow emanating from beneath their door as I round the corner. I don't think to knock, and it opens with ease as I press my palm into the wood. August stands quickly, startled by my entrance, the room aglow.
What is it?
They walk towards me, the report they were writing on their desk left askew, their quill still dripping with ink over the page. I'm a hunter. This is my calling, my life. I've killed far bigger, far scarier things than this. So why do I feel this way? Bro, that's probably experimentation for sure. The hunters keep... From what it sounds like, they're disappearing. They're not dying. Aya disappeared. That other guy disappeared. And then they're just, like, written out of history. It's not giving they're being killed. It's like James is the only one that's dead. Because if you think about it, we can't communicate with the dead, apparently. And the only one we've been able to chit-chat with is James. So, someone got experimented on. I don't know whether it's Aya or that other guy, but something's been going on. I take a deep breath, shaking and feeling ridiculous that this seems to have affected me. I saw it, I think. The creature. August reaches out, placing a hand on my shoulder. Their touch is so soothing, enough to ground me and quell my unwelcome nerves. Are you hurt? I shake my head. Something happened. Like, there was this invisible force preventing me from attacking. It felt like I knew it, August. They drop their hand, running their long fingers through their hair, and turning to sit upon their desk. With a heavy exhale, their shoulders sink.
You're here and you're okay. That's all that matters.
They squeeze their eyes shut, worrying their bottom lip with their teeth.
To think that something might have happened to you. To think
Hey, like, I know I picked this, but, like, damn, can you, like, focus on the lore right now? I know you, like, love me or whatever, but, like, can we focus on the fuck? Dude, there's, like, a big monster in the forest trying to kill people. Like, Slay, we're in love, but, like, dude, there's, like, a big-ass fucking monster just murdering people in the woods. Can we go get that guy or what? A pause, and then a smile? Laughter bubbles from their lips. Oh, no. Oh, no. An almost manic sound. When they open their eyes, their bright gaze meets mine, and August looks happier than when I can remember seeing them. I find myself smiling in return, my brush with possible death forgotten when I look at them. I sense that with them by my side, nothing can touch me. August?
Forgive me. I just find it entertaining that I could feel this way about someone I've known for a mere week.
Thank God, I thought you were crazy and you were gonna kill us. I thought you were crazy and gonna kill us, I'm gonna be honest. You said manic laughter, and I said, oh no. I said, I've played these games before. Feel this way? A single dark brow climbs towards their hairline, and the lightest flush appears on their cheeks.
Like, I can't possibly imagine what it would be like without you here.
Hey, stop. Keep going. What? Oh. Funny, because somehow I feel the same. Like everything points to August. Like we'd be unstoppable if we were together. Forgive me if I spoke out of line. I know that was unprofessional. Kiss! No hesitation, bitch. I'm not built with that shit. Their boldness seems to waver when I step forward and stand between their long legs, the invitation too tempting to deny after their little confession. I see the bob of their throat when they swallow, their knuckles bleeding white as they grip the edge of the desk. What? The room comes to life, and however jarring their unsteady magic may have been at first, I find myself becoming accustomed to it. Tell me to stop, and I will. I should have read that a little better, but I didn't. I rest a tentative hand on their thigh, and they shift in their spot. The unconscious movement is one of interest, not discomfort.
Don't stop.
Oh! Stop! Stop it!
Don't stop.
Anyways. play it again. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Guys, be professional. I reach to cradle their face in my hands, and it's hard to ignore the way they jolt in surprise at the contact, even though it was clearly anticipated. They quickly cool their momentary surprise, their lips parting as I tilt my head, moving so that our lips are brushing in a gentlest of kisses. Blech. Sorry, that was just because I got a lot of saliva going on. August's bright eyes remain open, and I wonder if they're unable to allow themselves to sink into the comfort of it. I wonder how long it's been since they've been touched like this. I lightly brush my thumb over their flushed cheekbone, feeling the warmth blooming in the wake of my touch. I feel like I'm in a dream, and when they finally let go and open their mouth in welcome, their fingers curl in the front of my shirt, and they smile against my lips, sending my heart swiftly to its knees. Ah, that's so cute! Ah! There's nothing cuter than, like, their emotions being tied to this shit around the room. So, like, whenever they get flustered or have a lot of feelings, it gets bright as fuck in here. Without any further hesitation, August kisses me fiercely, reverently, and with everything they have. The room brightens around us, pulsing in time with their fluttering heartbeat. I pull away only just enough to look at them. Their dark lashes kiss the tops of their flushed cheeks, their eyes still closed. They're lost in the moment. They cut off my words, swallowing them on their tongue when their mouths meets mine once more. The kiss is almost urgent this time, like August has been parched for decades, and I'm the only thing that could possibly sustain them. Their fingers seek mine, lacing together and coming to rest at their side. We break apart, our chests heaving and meeting. August's vivid gaze makes my heart flutter. They're so beautiful, impossibly so, and they're mine? Bark! Actually, that's for me. This one is for me and me alone. That's mine. Thanks. Oh shit, my bad. I anticipated change when you arrived, but I smiled wide, wide, wide. Nothing like this? They shake their heads, squeezing my hand.
You were unexpected.
Ugh, bark. What? I laugh because, well, yeah, unexpected is one way to put it. Falling for my enforcer was never on the cards, but August is something I couldn't resist. So what now? When I look at them, I see how far they've come. In such a short time, they've found the humility and courage to allow themselves to be vulnerable, to question everything they thought they knew and take a stand. We're all frightened, but August makes me want to be brave, to dig deeper and uncover whatever secrets fester within. August shrugs, a gesture that looks strange on them, but they look happy. We save Linares, I suppose. Everything is gonna be okay. Y'all make me nervous when you say shit like that. Strangely, I wake with a smile on my face. Despite meeting this thing that's been wreaking havoc on the town, and despite the fact that it indeed rendered me useless, I'm happy. It feels wrong, but I can't ignore the way my chest aches when I think of August. When I think about kissing them, I laugh. I feel so much lighter somehow. Though I can't shake this feeling, that thing staring me down and sizing me up. I think of all the creatures I've encountered in my time as a hunter. I feel almost like there's something I'm missing. Is it a hybrid? A new species? We were always taught that it's unrealistic to believe what we discovered. Every kind of creature that roams on the earth. To believe that we did discover, sorry. The realms that separate us from them can tear. Every day, new horrors are brought upon us. But every single one of my instincts is screaming and telling me that this is different. That it's not going to be simple. I mean, yeah, if it's like a mix of a bunch of shit, they're either testing on creatures, because I think the only important thing that we got from Alcar is that they poked and prodded at him, prodded at him, and then they let him go. And depending on how many other creatures they've taken like that, And then if an enforcer fucks up, they like take the enforcer and turn them into a creature. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe. I think that was the only thing I got from Alcar that seemed to matter. With great effort, I drag myself from the relative comfort of my bed and stare out over a surprisingly sunny Lunaris. I take a seat at my desk and decide to take a moment to observe the stolen notes that Ezra had kindly handed over. Oh. Bitch, I can't read that. I scan them, and it's jarring seeing a truly talented witch being so completely and utterly perplexed. I can practically feel his frustration rolling from the page. Okay, let's see what we can figure out. Something consumed everything. Something damaged beyond restoration. Some sort of magical fire. Can't reconstruct. Angie and the skeletal flower? Doesn't work. Perhaps a memory spell to recall the events of the death. A rune stone should suffice. No good. It's as if the body doesn't remember the soul's essence at all. The creature that treats? On life force? It's so strange. Performative ritual in the crescent moon. Something's a fair shot. But at this point, I've exhausted my options with the corpse. And she deserves a burial by now. Used an exact extract from the flowers and a spell to ascertain. She was all terrified before her death, but nothing more. Can't even tell if it's a death by burning or other injuries. I'm stumped. Oh, you're just gonna read that shit now? Live fire consumed everything. Muscles damaged beyond restoration. Magical fire? Can't reconstruct. Anise and skeletal flower. Doesn't work. Perhaps the memory spell to recall the events of the death? A runestone should suffice. No good? Yeah. What does it? Oh, it said a creature feeds on life source. Yeah. Oh, feasts, bruh. Scrying a far shot, but at this point I've exhausted all my options. Then finally the page is torn and pressed so hard with this quill. I'm stumped. The complete lack of intact body would have certainly made his job hard, but a witch of Ezra's skill can cast many spells to determine the cause of death. But all he encountered was a failed spell after failed spell. I set them aside. I have no time to delve any deeper. Damn, we looked at like 2 pages. Can we lock in? Now it's time to write my report for last night. This should be interesting. Okay. What? Oh, clock. I was like, damn! I was like, they locked the door? They said, no more kisseling, bitch. Oh, I'm glad I did save it there, because I just needed to know that. Okay. That's where we're going to stop for now. We're learning a little bit more. I'm surprised we just saw the fucking monster. They just said, here he is! Here it is! I don't know. I guess I have a little bit more of an idea what's going on. It's definitely giving, like, corrupt shit experiment, like, especially on, like, some small podunk ass town that has especially if there's, like, someone in the hunters who, like, hates creatures and shit, or, like, if they're in, like, what's that girl, like, the one of the girls, I forgot her name, she's the one that kind of looks like a vampire, but I don't think she is one, and, like, she has a brother, like, Amaris or something like that. The girl, how she, like, she just loves creatures. What if she just loves them so much she just starts turning hunters into them? Like, she's trying to perfect an experiment that turns someone into a creature. Like, that's how much she hates hunters. Would that be crazy? I don't know if that's it, though. That's kind of far-fetched. Anyways, those are my thoughts right now. So we'll see. I hope you're having so much fun. Maybe as much fun as I'm having. Maybe even more. And I'll see all you guys in the next video. Bye!